Try to make this one shorter than last time, which shouldn't be tough, but probably will be. This is going to deal with interference and obstruction, mostly obstruction. There's two types of obstruction. Number one, number two. We're going to go over those. But right here, you have a ball got thrown away. It's down the line in the warning track, as you can see. First baseman is going to give chase. Runner already passed first, takes a turn, and they're going to collide. They're going to trip over. He's going to trip over the first baseman. He gets up, he's going to pick up his helmet, lollygag over a second, because why not? It's obstruction. I get the next base, right? No. Why doesn't he get the next base automatically? Let's find out what they ruled, and we'll see a couple examples of other stuff. So let's take a look. First of all, what's obstruction? Obstruction is the act of a fielder who, while not in possession of the ball, self-explanatory, doesn't have the ball, and not in the act of fielding the ball. So it could be a batted ball or a thrown ball. Batted ball coming at him. Obviously, he's got the right of way on a batted ball, or thrown to him. So think catcher gets thrown up the line, first baseman gets thrown up the line, the throw takes him up the line, and they collide. That is not obstruction. This is different. In high school, there is no act of fielding. So if any of those plays happen, throw takes the first baseman down the line, he collides with the runner, that is obstruction because he does not have the ball. But we're going to look at OBR, which is what like Pony League, I think Cal Ripken does it, American Legion, most rec, USSSA, most rec and travel ball play OBR. Obstruction, so he doesn't have the ball and he's not in the act of fielding the ball. Great. How many types are and what's the penalty? Let's take a look. Okay, like I mentioned, there's two types of obstruction. A play is being made on the runner. So think like a rundown. Play is being made on the runner. Type 2 is what we're looking at here. There is no play being made on the runner. The ball's up the line, the ball's on the other side of the field, whatever it happens to be. There's no play being made on the runner. If no play is being made on the obstructed runner, the play shall proceed until no further action is possible. Let the play happen. Don't call time right away. Point to it, say that's obstruction, call it out, but let the play finish. The umpire shall then call time and impose such penalties, if any, as in the judgment will nullify the act of obstruction. So he's going to, by his own judgment, say if there had been no obstruction, which does not need contact. Notice in the rule, I did not say that contact is needed. If the runner just has to change his path because the defensive player is there without the ball, that's obstruction. So if there had not been any obstruction, the umpire just puts them where he thinks he should be. If the runner continues to run past where the umpire judges he would have been, he does so at his own risk. It's not an automatic safe call. And if he gets thrown out, it is an out. A lot of people think that, oh, I could keep running. If I get thrown out past where the umpire would have protected me, I just go back to the previous base. No, that is absolutely not the rule. In fact, that's what happened on that play. He was going towards second, and the umpire thought, well, if there would have been no obstruction, he wouldn't have made it to second. So that's why he was out at second. Agree with the ruling? Don't agree with the ruling? It's judgment. I'm just telling you what the rule is. We'll see some score places where they scored. We'll see places where they don't score again here. So that's what happens. The umpire says time. If there was no obstruction, he would have got there. It's not just one base. All right. If this play had been down there and the umpire thought, well, this is a really fast runner, he would have got to third if the first baseman hadn't tripped him. He gets third. It's the umpire's judgment. So sorry, guys, you can't protest it. It's a judgment call. Let's take a look at a couple different examples and we'll go over there. So this is a high school softball game. You're going to see, I'm kind of fast forwarding it. The ball gets thrown away by the third baseman. First baseman picks it up, throws across. There it is. Obstruction. Umpire pointed it out. Thrown out at home, thrown out at second, let the play go. You actually should call it a time at that time. Great rotation by the umpires, but because he called obstruction there, the play at the plate is nullified. He said she would have scored if there had been no obstruction. She scored, game over, championship done in the bottom of the seventh. All right, so this play is from the 2002 NLCS. Giants fan, watching this game intently, I remember this is how I learned the rule. You're going to see Benito Santiago rounding third. He gets obstructed, but you'll notice the umpire does not score him. Fair ball down the right field line. There it is. Obstruction there. You will see Jeff Kellogg, though, coming in here. Jeff Nelson, rather, pointing down here saying obstruction, runner stays here. In his judgment, the runner would not have scored. It's not automatic. He stays there. That's where it was. It's a judgment call. On the first play, if the guy had kept running, it would have made the judgment a little bit easier for the umpire. So bottom line, don't worry about the helmet. Keep running. Make it as close as possible. Umpires, give the team that didn't commit the infraction the benefit of the doubt, if there is a doubt. 5.5 minutes, better than last time.